I am here, you guys. Welcome. Thank you for joining. Give me a moment to continue to set up here. Sorry, I was about 5 minutes late-ish. Hope you guys had a wonderful Sunday. Now it is Monday. I know it's midnight. But there was just so much that went on today that I had to push it a little bit to give myself a chance to integrate the healing session that I did on behalf of myself and the collective for this reading. It was intense, very, very intense and massive. So that's why I was led to only share so much of it, talk about it a little bit, to give you guys that. And then if you look into the description box, I think I gave a little bit further instruction in terms of if you want to align with and link up with the clearing that took place. If all it takes is intention, the energy work has been done. It was just life. I don't know what to even say. I mean, I couldn't even remember what happened. Like, it was so intense to the point to where I just got lost. I astral traveled, I got lost, and the next thing I knew, hours had went by. I came out, and I was like, this still, calm peacefulness. And I was like, what the hell? Like, I just looked up, and I was like, okay, like, yeah. And I don't even want to get too far deep into that because I want to keep this simple. At least that was the guidance, that I needed to keep this simple, that I needed to only share what needs to be shared, like the important things, the highlights, as to not overwhelm anyone, on top of, you know, some of the information that came through, and all the details in terms of the actual reading that was done first. Not everybody needs to hear that yet. So that's why I was given the guidance, like, okay, let's get to the, you know, the nuts and bolts of the matter here. You know what was done, Brandy, and so the intentions have already been set. And anyone who wants to receive the benefit of that, they know they can set their intention and align with that. Okay, so you guys do hear some mantras playing, and I think I want to put it in the link because I highly recommend like playing this maybe when you go to sleep or in the morning. Put it on a loop, and I'm going to tell you who it is right now. Give me a second. I want to adjust some lighting. Yeah, that helps a little. I'm still here. Just trying to see if I can get a better view for y'all. It's hard to tell on this side sometimes. So let me share the mantra, and then I'm going to put it in a link for you all too. So what you're hearing is by Mantra. They're on YouTube, okay? Highly recommend you search that out. But this particular upload is called Powerful Mantra to Cleaning Karma, Cleansing Bad Karma Instantly. Oops, hold on. I'm here, just give me a second. Okay, yeah, so I'm gonna say it, and then I'm gonna also put it in the chat box here. So it's the mantra is, I'll repeat it. Hold on. Ironila kantum. Ironila kantum. Ironila kantum. So let me tell you what it's about. The sound Ironila kantum has special qualities. The sound was discovered or given to us by a great being at a time when world events were created. Okay, and I'm going to put the link to the person who created this here. It says, the mantra Thiruni Lakantum helps to diffuse it by just saying or remembering this word or sound, Thiruni Lakantum. You are traveling to the time when Shiva actually drank this particular poison. Imaginatively, you go there. You don't have to imagine things. It happens by itself because the word has a memory of its own. The moment you say the word, Thiruni Lakantum, you're at the times in memoriam when this great event took place. So just by saying this word or thinking this word or meditating on this word, hearing the word, you're already transported to the event of Shiva's drinking that poison. This helps diffuse your karma. Every time you say or hear or meditate, Thiruni Lakantum. As I was doing the Akashic reading, side note, this was playing in the background, okay? And I was meditating on that. And then when I got into the actual Akashic records, this was infused and sent there. So that's why I said this thing was very powerful. It was very intense. And I had a team, again, working with me there. This was a unique, very, very unique experience. The Pleiades and Sirians came in to assist with the actual healing process of it, as well as there was my higher self, of course, and there was another person's higher self. They represented something else. And so their higher self was called for to participate for some reason. It was powerful, you guys. So anyway, back to the notes here. It says here, Thirunila, and this is very important, Thirunila Kantum, focus your attention there and on the throat chakra. I've been talking about this for a while, and this had already came out in the pre-reading. So I thought it was unique that I landed on this video. How important the throat chakra is. So it says, focus your attention on the throat. Then you are transported to the time frame and you are dissolving. Again, listen, you're dissolving your karma. So we're talking about the karma relating to, in this case, we're dealing with the slavery template, right? The trauma bonding, the ancestral things, and every subsequent issue that came as a result. And then things were revealed. Oh my God, I don't want to get sidetracked because I was told to keep it simple. Okay. So the throat chakra, you guys, when we talk about it being the seat of our beliefs and how we create. The throat is the seat of how we manifest in the 3D. Okay. And what we believe, what we perceive, it sits in the throat. That's why it's important. So then it says, look at Thirunila Kantum, literally means blue throat. It literally means that. Hear that out. And as I was meditating on this, side note again, I saw the blue. I saw blue wrap around my own throat, like a glowy kind of blue. And then the blue wrap around my entire being. And then the blue into the Akashic record. Now, what's ironic is every time I see the version of my higher self, when I see her in a somewhat human form. I guess that's because that's how I could perceive her. But when I see my higher self, she's always in a form of blue and gold. So it's always a variance of blues that she shows up in. Sometimes it's more turquoisey, sometimes it's like a deeper blue. And so I found that unique too after hearing this. I'm like, oh, so because she always has some blue, but always very royal looking. Gold, like gold and the blues or something like that, like the metallic golds and blues. It's a trip. Anyway, side note, back to that. So again, it says it means blue throat. So right now I have some resin burning in the background that's specifically for the throat chakra, okay? As well as some other resins mixed with it. I also have camphor burning through the diffuser. Camphor is very good for transmuting majorly dense energy, okay? So that's going on in the background right now. And before I start the reading, I'll do I'll spray some aura spray right over myself and over the reading afresh, you know, for you guys here. Now, back to this. It says, Deva Nila Kantum literally means blue throat. Nila in Sanskrit means blue. Kantum is throat. So Deva Nila Kantum means blue throat. Blue is an important vibration, and it is. I was just talking about that. While you are doing this technique, hearing this sound, visualize the color blue. Blue is the color of life, and it is located at the throat. So when you visualize the color blue, you begin to vibrate, and it's true. You begin to vibrate at a tremendous speed. You begin to vibrate life. You begin to vibrate the element of air. You begin to vibrate life energy. You have to say the word Devanila Kantum and imagine a blue throat. This instruction is given both in meditation and in chant. Kantum means the throat. Again, the sound ka and ta take you back to the throat of Shiva. It also stops the negativity that is residing in your throat. Oh my gosh, hear it? All right. I don't want to read all of this. I'm just going to share it so you guys could check this out yourself. So just give me 1 second, but I felt like I should at least share that much for you. So give me 1 second here. I'll do this way. I'm sorry. I'm still here. I'm just trying to find it over here. There it is. Booyah. Oh, sorry. I'm coming. You guys are like, she's forever. She's gonna do what she gotta do, lady. All right, I just shared the link. If you guys are interested in that. I think I'm gonna type in the words as well. So just in case you guys want to already start like saying it. We were me lost. We will need a company. Okay. All right. Now let me get this spray and we're gonna get into this reading. All right. See you. Okay, you guys see my hand, like not on the camera this time, but there you go. You want some of that? Sorry, give you a little bit of that. Want you a little bit of this? Want you some of this here? Want you a little of this? See that. Okay. Okay, so now, where do I begin? So in this reading, we're going to start with the leading cards, which we got a couple of them the other day. So I'm going to start with the two pertaining to the planetary influence regarding this topic at hand. So what I recommend that you do is, again, if you can get your birth chart, it's free, it's instant if you go online, because as it pertains to you specifically, whatever sign you have in these particular planets, then it's going to give you a breakdown as to how it's going to unfold in the 3D for you, what it looks like, okay, on your side of it. But again, we're going past us and we're going through our ancestry, the Akashic, all of that. But if you're curious, okay, so since Mars and Uranus came out, I'm going to give you guys a little bit of info about that. So Mars is a more masculine energy, right? Fire, masculine, right? This was the card that came out, one of the cards that came out the other day when I did that little preview with you guys, okay? So right here, it says here, energize, confront, force yourself to. Now, it's going somewhere with this, but I'm going to stop here. It says energize, confront, force yourself to, under the Mars energy. So Mars is the primary ruler of Aries. It's the energizer. It has to do with drive, willpower, energy, passion, motivation, daring. Okay? And then it says that Mars represents action, boldness, ambition. It ignites a fiery drive that accelerates your motivation. Its immense energetic power propels the manifestation of your aspirations and desires into the physical form. Mars's energy creates an unwavering force of courage, determination, and assertiveness. Mars's insight inspires you to take action. It bestows you with strength, confidence, and willpower to you with strength, confidence, and willpower to create plans and conquer goals. Its formidable energy fuels you in attracting whatever you want in your life. And then again, the card was confront, force yourself to. Okay, so where is your Mars placement? I believe mine, I can't remember off the top, but I think mine is in Leo or Aries. So I have fire in my, the planet Mars, the sign, zodiac sign is Mars, the zodiac sign is Leo or Aries for me, okay? And so that's going to determine in my aspect how I'm going to see the changes manifested regarding everything that came out dealing with the whole slavery stuff, the trauma bonding concept, relational, belief system, and man, more stuff came out beyond that, you guys. But that was the gist of the reason why I went in. But the reason, as I got in, then they just unfolded all this other stuff, all the subsequent things that came birth through the whole slavery template in the first place, right? So you're being asked, most of you are light bringers, and I'm going to talk about why here in a minute because it's one of the cards that came out. So you're probably a forerunner for your lineage, okay? And so typically the forerunners are they suffer the most. That's what's kind of unique. Usually at first, the forerunners typically suffered the most out of their lineage because they set that contract, before they carnated here. They agreed upon some things, and so they're a light bringer. So when that's the case, when we have all this resistance in our lives and we're in our lower form and, we're trapped in trauma, we're trapped in this and that, there's a lot of resistance, and as a result of the resistance, a lot of pain, suffering, and trauma, and yada yada. So as a light bringer, I'm gonna bring this card up, it's right here. As a light bringer, you're being asked to confront force. But here's how, though, so don't take this the wrong way, because I'm gonna get into that. You're the one. So you're the one clearing this out. Okay, you're the one that's gonna change the game here. Okay. Confront, force yourself to action. Force yourself to action regarding, I'm going to tell you what here in a minute, as a light bringer regarding Uranus. Regarding Uranus. Okay, force yourself to confront, as a light bringer, all these issues. In other words, deal with, clear out, heal, alchemize, because as you do this, it affects your lineage, whether they are consciously aware of it or not. At some point, they may catch up, or the lineage coming after you will be more easily birthed into it as well. Okay? So you're being asked to confront a different way of looking at things. Yes. to stir up by the situation, by being open to new ideas about, and then away to Uranus. About what? What is our topic? What was our intention? What did we go in there for? Everything to do with all of that in a nutshell. Okay? Looking at it differently within yourself, looking at the world differently as a light bringer, shifting the energy. Now, let me tell you what Uranus is about so you can get a little background on Uranus's energy. So Uranus is the primary ruler of Aquarius, okay, air sign, and is known as the humanitarian planet. Progressive, inventive, adventurous, original, intelligent, and revolutionary, okay? So Uranus represents freedom, discovery, originality. It may expand your mind with new knowledge. Here's our new knowledge, adding distinctive and unique elements to your individuality. Uranus's energy is resourceful and inventive. Uranus gathers research and information from the world around you. It may spark original ideas and innovations, or generate resolutions for humanitarian causes. Uranus's insight is full of surprises. The awareness it brings can sometimes be shocking, but the fresh perspective may ignite radical, positive changes in yourself and in the world. I can't remember what sign I have in Uranus. I think I'm water. I think I'm either Cancer. I think I'm either Cancer or, I gotta look at it. I think I'm Cancer or Pisces. Let me double check something here. So I have both those elements there. Give me 1 second here, you guys. I'm gonna check something. And I'm only showing this as example to kind of help you guys gauge it if you haven't already done your own birth natal chart to help you gauge. Hold on. Okay, so where is my Uranus? My Uranus is in Scorpio. I told you I was water in that. Okay, so and the planets, if you guys are, I don't want to get too far off into the astrology aspect in this. Hold on. Okay, so Uranus is going to rule, like I said, innovation. Okay. And mine is in Scorpio, 6 degrees in my second house. Okay. And houses, the second house, in my case, it represents money, material possessions. And my second house is actually in Libra. Okay. So this is going to affect money aspects, material, innovation, being able to create. Now, do you all see how important this actually is? I don't know if you guys heard all the other readings that I've done leading up to this one regarding this topic, but all of it trickles over. So dealing with the slavery, the trauma bonding, and the relating, it's actually still all interconnected because that affected this. Do you understand where I'm going? It affected this. I think I said that on one of the other videos. So understanding, your birth chart and what planets and, to some degree, a very general basic layout. If you don't remember it, they have apps, they have everything that could just lay it out there for you. And you can kind of glance at that like, oh, so this is how I'm going to manifest it differently. This is how it's going to show up. Not just a theory, not just some information. This is actually how it's going to show up, how it's going to materialize in the 3D for me. Right? Okay, so let me keep moving forward here. Just wanted to share that tidbit. Um, so we have fire and water on the board, right? In the Akashic records. We got fire and water that was represented strong. So alchemy was done on a major level. Now, as light bringers, you guys are light bringers. Those that are really resonating with this, the light bringers, again, you're the forerunner. And so you probably are looked upon as being strange. Probably have been looked at that way all your life. But you've come to a place of embracing it. So now that, you know, your team sees that you're ready as a light bringer, you've become a clear channel. Go ahead and either screenshot or gaze. These were infused in our Akashic records with the new contract that was created. Okay. If you have access to candle quartz, that would be great. But if not, the energy is infused here. You're a light bringer. Even if you're considered to be a fallen one, which I don't really like the term, but that's usually what happens to light bringers is they go a long, hard path because they resist so long. They don't want to do the inner work because we have to do an inner work. It's not just the external stuff. It's about the inner stuff. We evolve first, in other words, usually, okay, in the lineage. Okay? So it's all going to, in a nutshell, the soul healing of your ancestry. Okay? Your ancestry specifically. But since we did this on behalf of the culture, this was infused on behalf of. So anyone that comes on their path at some point wanting to align with that is timeless. And it's not like it runs out, okay? The soul healing, okay? Tangerine quartz, I actually have that one as well. But go ahead and take a screenshot of that because the sacred geometry as well as the crystals is infused. And it was placed in the Akashic records. In the new contract, it was used during the light language and Reiki when the Pleiades and Sirians came through as well. So, my word, soul healing. Soul healing because of everything that resulted from slavery. Everything. And I will go ahead and add this, though I wasn't given the green light to get too far in depth. But it went beyond us and our ancestry, slavery. It shifted as I was still in the records for a while and light language was going through and Reiki, and then there was long silences for long periods of time. And I don't know what happened, but I just saw, you know, my higher self and the team that was working on that. Then the messages came through and it targeted not only just Earth, but it started targeting locales. So if you set your intention to tap into the chakra systems or field, believe it or not, of locations, geographical locations as a result of the traumas that, the traumas and the subsequent effects, if you will, of slavery per region. So as I was in there, I started calling out, dealing with the chakra systems and sending healing to, you know, the earth, but these regions, I called out Nevada, I called out Las Vegas, and I dealt with the energy and frequency that was created through the mafia, the exaggerated masculine, the greed, the lust, the exploitatory energy. It got deep in there, y'all. So as all that was happening, then there was like a raise. Then the violet flame was like swifted through there, and then there was like a rewrite, like, okay, new contract, bring this to balance, because it had to do with ancestries, of not only the African American culture, but the other cultures had to step in on that too, because what they inherited and how it has consequentially affected the universal collective consciousness, as well as the geological, geographical locations. So in other words, that had to be dealt with too. That had to be muted out, alchemized, and brought to balance in the Akashic, okay? Because that's what was birthed, hence Las Vegas in this case. Now, apply it to your locale, because you'll get that guidance or insight in some way in terms of how it did it affect that region, and so forth, okay? And so we erased that, then we upgraded. I was like, boom, boom, you know, my higher self, she is a force to be reckoned with. I'll tell you that. I ain't gonna lie, because she just is. As well as the team that was there, you know, because it was like, it wasn't just my higher self, it was a team, like just sweep them through there. Yeah, and like I said, the Pleiades came through really strong, and the Sirians came through for light language with that. And yeah, so it's powerful. When I say this is going deeper than we really think, it really did. That's why I had to condense it. So on a smaller, more, you know, micro scale, you know, you as the light bringer, you know, these are the things you'll be able to know and look at and see and align with yourself and see how it changes within you and how it's starting to change even on a subtle level. Now, what I like about what ended up coming out in terms of, you know, what's assisting you, what kind of energy is currently assisting you in 3D form. And so let me get you all the Star Temple Oracle that came out. Two feminine energies, Pleiades. I think they were both Pleiades, or one Pleiades, Sirians. Okay, so the Empress of the Night. Card number 8, Infinity. Dealing with the self, hard work, and discipline. And this one is, let me see. It says Al-Kaoni finale. So the grand finale. Look, see, you guys are bringing this thing in. It's that finale. You're bringing it in. It's happening. Okay. It says, after the storm, I emerge a shiny new star. And I want to give you the info on that. So basically, clearing out the storm of what all of this has created and manifested. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and read right here what this here is about. Okay. So it's about the star words that's associated with this is end, grief, and then rise. Okay. So that's what we did in the Akashic. So it says here, the Empress of the Night comforts you during this dark time and assures you that this storm will soon pass. So in other words, all the shit show you've lived through and may even still be feeling is going to soon pass. After the tornado, there will be a calm, peaceful stillness in the night sky. Trust that you will resurface and arise as a glistening new star. Let go, let go of expectations and open yourself so there is room to grow. Give yourself the time and space to grieve. So feel, connect with your feelings. We're not staying there though, follow me. Grieve the promise of the past. So anything that was unjust, and we know what slavery was about and the promise and what didn't happen, what did happen, yada, yada. Okay. And then just how it has affected your life, things that just seem to never pan out. All of the promises that it just didn't. So it says here, give yourself some room to grieve the promise of the past and find gratitude. See, here's where it's high vibrational, higher plane perspective. Find gratitude for the lessons and the blessings. Know that you will happily dance, glow, and shine once again among the stars with your sisters of the Pleiades. So, like I said, the Pleiades came through here for this one. And yeah, this is the energy that is currently assisting you and surrounding you and that you are embodying. So like I said, the Empress of the Night to me reminds me of the Empress in Tarot. And so, yeah, because I think the Empress is card number 3, I think. Is she card number 3 or is she card number 4? I think she's 3. Because the High Priestess, wait, High Priestess is 2. Anyways, but it just reminds me of that. So that's very powerful. Like many of you are embodying that, and that's why that the light bringer came out, because you've done so much work. And so now you're being, you know, for those of you who this is resonating with, you're being called to, okay, went into the Akashic records, stay the path, but you're the one that is called to stand to make the difference, to dare to be different. I think I got some like sayings around my house somewhere on the wall that says dare to be different. Because, you know, like the different paths, it don't always feel good. You're often criticized, scrutinized, ostracized, talked about, you know, you go through many different kinds of seasons like that, but it's to prepare to be able to stand in our own energy and to be able to stand for what is our truth without wavering and without feeling the need to constantly cater to the social norms of the fake matrix society, you know. I'm sorry, I just had to throw that joke in there, but you have to do it. You have to stand it. Your soul signed up for it. It's not that nobody told you had to. Your own higher self prior to your incarnation said that. And you probably had incarnated so many times and there was so much wisdom that was accumulated on your soul's journey that it was like, okay, on this one, you're going to do this. You're going to do this. Okay. Right? So then the next card, give me a second here. Okay, let me tell you about that star, the Alkaloni. Okay, because it's a star, or it's called Al-Sahoni. Al-Sahoni? Al-Sahoni is the brightest star in the Pleiades star system. Okay, spanning 10 times the radius of the sun. Whoa. And burning at an extreme temperature. The star is known as the central one, referring to its central location in the constellation. In Greek, Alcyone means king's fisher. The chakra that's associated with this is the sacral, and the crystal is the moonstone. Now, ironically enough, I have been working a lot with the moonstone, the black moonstone, and then the other moonstone lately. And the sacral chakra is the sexual chakra. It's the second one right beneath the belly button. And that one is all about creation, creativity, innovation. You know, it sits there, right? Wow. And it says here, look, the archetype of the Empress, the sovereign Empress is the most embodied and grounded. Listen to this, grounded of the divine feminine archetypes. In this aspect, Alcyone sits proudly on her throne as a strong leader. She shows up as an intuitive and confident trailblazer. See, I just said that, confident trailblazer that shines her guiding light for others so they can fully embody their sacredness. As a blazing empress, sizzling enchantress, and passionate lover, yeah, baby. Anyways, sharing a little extra info there. Passionate lover, Alcyone ignites the fire in your sacral chakra. Ooh, I ain't gonna get into this right now. I gotta stay focused. I'll do that on another video. Anyway, sacral chakra. She has a strong sense of her sensuality and her feminine power. Her global mission is to uplift the collective consciousness for unity. Invoke Alcyone to ignite and accelerate your personal power. and your higher purpose. You are the one for this. Yes, baby. Yes, yes, and yes again. All right. Moving on to the next one. You got the cosmos. Card number 36. Breaking down to a 9. Again, that is my life path number 9. All about spirituality and humanitarianism. You got asteroid, the cosmos. This is, again, feminine energy. And it says ascend, okay? So you're ascending and you're helping to ascend the collective consciousness, the to oneness and expand my awareness. I connect to oneness and I expand my awareness. So now let me go ahead and give you the lowdown on hold on this particular jiggy. Okay, so there it is. All right, so now for S is, oh, I'm saying it wrong. I apologize. Is Easterope, Easterope? Wow, help me today. Easterope is one of the faintest stars, okay, in the Pleiades constellation, and is sometimes difficult to see with the naked eye. Her name means lightning. Ooh, baby. Lightning. Black lightning, baby. No, I'm just kidding. But I'm not kidding. Anyways, her name means lightning or starry-faced, and she is often referred to as the star mother. Okay, chakra related is the third eye. Crystal represented is lapis lazuli, and I've been using that also lately. But lapis lazuli also works well with the throat chakra, oddly enough. Okay, now the archetype is represented here is the visionary. Okay, with the gift, so most of you are visionaries. Okay, so with the gift of foresight and intuitive vision, Easterope represents the visionary as a clairvoyant. Listen, she has clear psychic visions and is able to see the bigger picture for the universal collective. Her dream is to assist with cosmic ascension through empathetic leadership and grace. She exemplifies the third eye chakra, helping you to connect to your inner vision and creative imagination. Easterope, other archetypes include the mother creatrix and wise woman or crone. In these aspects, she supports and sustains rebirth, fruitfulness, and feminine strength. She will support you to find, realize, and manifest your higher purpose, then nurture it through to fruition. Oh my God, I told you guys. I told you. I said it. I said it. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. This is happening. Okay. So, all right. Now that's the feminine. Now here's what I thought was wonderfully beautiful, because here comes the masculine. The masculine energy came out as well twice. Okay. I love it when it's balanced. I love it because we need balance, yin yang energy. The whole core root of the issues all along has been the out of balance yin and yang. If you want to just break it all down to a nutshell, it's all been surrounded around an imbalance of the yin and yang energy in the collective on a whole scale, and then on a micro scale on an individual basis. And then it just got further and further perpetuated. Okay, that's basically in a nutshell. And we have to start on the individual inner personal self. That's where the change begins. It's not external. Okay, so the masculine energy that came out, that's assisting and surrounding you at this time, Gathumi, which is the cloak of wisdom from the keepers of light. They're kind of handsome. Anyway, sorry. Then El Moray, Awakening Presence, came out. These are the two masculine energies that's supporting. Okay. And so for Kuthumi, it says you already know the answer you seek. Trust what you know. And I believe that it's for you as an individual, it's getting you back to trusting what you know. In terms of the Akashic records, it's new contracts being written, going back throughout history, because that was some of the breakdown, a failure to trust what we already knew, okay? The naivete in some of our cases. Now, El Moray says, awakening presence. It says here, the universe is with you. Wear a cloak of protection and love. And so what I picked up with that is you have a divine masculine energy that's in balance, that's actually balanced and stepping in energetically to provide what the healthy masculine form is really all about, which is protection. Okay? The healthy masculine principle is about protecting. It has a protective energy to it, different from that of the feminine. The feminine is nurturing, has a different way of protection. The masculine is more of that, not aggressive, but kind of external, outward, like I am a protector kind of thing. And awakening that so that you can feel that presence, because many of you in your life incarnation, you have felt extremely raw and vulnerable because you have suffered so very much. And you had to deal with so much karmic energy for so very long. And what I mean by that is the weight you carried on you for your ancestry, for your bloodline, the weight you've carried in terms of your own personal life and choices, and the things that, that you went through. So it's just been pain, 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 karmic connections, people that meant you no harm, people, people that meant you harm, people that, you know what I'm saying? It's just lessons, like just a lot of it. You dealt with that a lot. You didn't have proper parents, that protected you properly, or, you know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying this so people could feel all sad and bad, but it's the reality of what you have felt, because this came out. And you need to know, because it not showing up in the 3D for you, you need, the awareness is being brought to you that you are divinely protected. Now that you have aligned with what you chose before you incarnated, now that you've decided no holds bar, to hell with it, come hell or high water, I don't care who come, who go, because at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying, it's come down to that, like shit. You know what I'm saying? Folks going about their business anyway. So I'm finna do this, because I'm finna create me a life. You know what I'm saying? You got there, like, and that helped you. It actually helped. And so as this shift has taken place with you, so you got wisdom and protection. Boom, baby. Wisdom and protection from the masculine side here. So in other words, you're going to be given guidance, because the masculine is more of the action oriented, comes from that Mars energy, the confrontation, forcing yourself to manifest now through the healthy masculine, sensing that divine masculine presence, energetically speaking, of supporting you, knowing like, okay, I do have wisdom. I can trust myself. To hell with people saying, screw that. I do have wisdom. I can trust myself. I'm protected. No matter what's coming my way, who don't like it, who talk about behind my back, who's spreading rumors, who's full of shiznit, you know what I'm saying? Who think they know shit and don't know shit. You know, I'm being funny. Now I'm gonna try to lighten this up. But it's just you coming into that, to me, it's just really coming into your own, not so much about worrying about what other people, it's just like, okay, it's cool. It's valid. People have a right to choose their paths. And that's something that you guys have finally understood. Like, look, it's a program. And everybody's running on something until they decide to not run on something and wake up and create what they really want from their soul. But You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, it's a valid choice. It doesn't make our superior or their superior or inferior. It means it's a valid choice. They're walking off their path, but I don't have to be affected by it. I can choose. And that is something that you guys have empowered yourself to hold. And as a result, it's helping you shift the frequency dynamic of your life, of your Akashic records, of your ancestry, especially pertaining to this reading dealing with slavery and trauma bonding, the way you relate it to yourself, the way you relate to others, the consequential effects that it affected in your life. Now that you got this feminine empress and cosmo energy here, as well as the masculine cloak of wisdom and awakening presence. In other words, you've begun to balance the yin and yang principle within you. We are one. And you finally understood that, oh, I see. Because being a part of one universal organism with separate expressions, hence you being you. But you realize that, so if that's the case, as I shift my own energy, the organism is affected. The universal organism is affected, even if they're not consciously aware. Even if they don't instantaneously snap into, oh, I'm awakened or whatever. But it starts to catapult domino effect change, even if it's slow, and should I say, appearing slow. Once you guys started realizing this, like, oh, so it's me. Oh, so I need to just do my own inner work. I need to do my own inner child healing. I need to do my own. I need to evolve. I need to awaken. I need to expand my consciousness. I need to surrender. I need to work on my energy. I need to work on my chakras. I need to work on my, When you all started realizing that and committed yourself to continue to do that, no matter how bloody and gory it looked and felt, no matter how many setbacks, ups and downs, whatever you felt like you made, when you decided that you was going to keep on going and keeping on pushing to come out of water, no matter what screw ups you did, no matter what, when you made that decision and continued consistently in that direction, it shifted and changed the game. I'm telling you, it changed the game. Changed it. And it will continue to. But as you read the description box in this video, we all do still have to do this inner work. There is no shortcuts in this thing, in a sense of being that all you got to do is watch a video or say a quick, the journey is a part of it, because there's lessons in it going within. Otherwise, we don't understand what the hell is happening. Like, if you can just quick swipe clean and go, oh, okay, and then try to live from your higher realm. If you haven't grabbed these lessons literally or evolved in the consciousness, it's like taking a bath. And then if you're 4 years old, you're going to go back and roll in the mud again because you just got a bath. Doesn't mean you understand. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't mean you get anything. It just means you got a bath. Simultaneous, parallel to clearing, because some people run for these things, which is a good starting point. And that's something I was guided to share. It's certainly a good starting point, is just to go and start getting energy clearing on a basic level, because it's going to give you some space to be able to see right and feel better. But that space is meant for you, not to go play in more mud, for lack of better words. And I don't mean no disrespect, because we've all been there. Trust me, I have a story too. Okay. But it is not meant for us to get the cleaning, air quote, because you're going to feel great. But what many of us have done is we go there, but we just go play in dirt again. And what I mean by that is you don't evolve your consciousness. You don't do the inner work. And if you're not shifting any of that, you're just going to still play with the dirt. You're still going to have the same patterns. You're still going to have the same mindset. You're still going to have the same. The clearing is just to lighten the load, the lighten, you know, when you go get an energy clearing done. Now, what we did in the cash was a little different in a sense where it dealt with blueprint. It dealt with, you know, things that was and will ever be on an ancestral bloodline level. So we shifted some contracts so that we don't have that resistance constantly. Okay, so that's what we did. We did some clean slating in that sense. But from there, we must still continue to, okay, be open and receptive to inner work. Because you can have the clean slate, but then all you'll do is recreate some more karma in a negative sense, or get something that's going to create another cause and effect universal life law to perpetuate. Okay, you're still doing the same shit. You still ain't, you know what I'm saying? You've got to go in and find out why. Got to be willing to sit with your pain. So, you know, you got to be willing to get that raw and real and ugly. You got to, with yourself, you got to be willing to, you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, you got to be willing, you got to be willing, whatever your soul is nudging you to, face your truths. Because the throat chakra is highlighted big time. We got to face our truths. Not be afraid. Forgive ourselves and others, release the harsh judgments and all that. Because all of us got a story. Let me tell you what I know. I don't care what nobody tells you. We all got some dang on skeletons in the dang on closet. Okay, we do. I'm telling y'all, don't be fooled. I'm telling you, it's the human experience. It's a journey. It is. And it's only cultural conditioning and programs that will try to make us feel bad. I'm telling you right now, that's what it is. Cultural conditioning, cultural conditioning, cultural conditioning, cultural conditioning, programs, collective programs that would tell us, that's so bad. Yeah, you were horrible. Yep, you did that. Yeah. You'd be surprised of the stuff that people have done that has an appearance of looking like they're squeaky clean. Okay. Or the things that they have thought or desired that they would never tell anybody on the earth. And that's because we're human. We're all human. We all have desires. If we all have, and there's nothing wrong. If it's not violating somebody, I always add that because, you shouldn't go and violate someone else's rights or their free will, because of your desire and pleasure. But this judgment stuff because of our past mistakes, or maybe we feel like we were stupid because we hooked up with this one and we knew we shouldn't have because we knew they was only using us and they was only there, for what they can get, and all these stories because we be knowing. And then there's an energy of guilt and shame and remorse that comes with that because it's like, dang, I shouldn't have done that. But see, these energies don't help. And so we're clearing all of that, right? But the point of what I'm making is it's like, okay, but forgive and all that, but we still need to deal with the why. And then so that it can alchemize. Hear me out. Light language now. The light language steps in to assist maybe on a higher vibrational frequency level with galactics a lot to almost catapult us to bypass stuff sometimes. So some stuff we can, okay? It just depends, like to kind of catapult us through. But in most cases, we need to get it because if we don't know why we have a tendency or an inclination toward a pull to always hook up with this kind of person that's always good for nothing, okay? Or to accept these lower level things. And when I say lower level, I'm not trying to mean demeaning a person. What I'm talking about is stuff, a connection or the tolerance to behaviors in a connection that is dishonoring. So that is beneath us. Okay. If we don't start really looking at why, okay, there's an inner child wound there. You need to look at that. There's something there. Okay. We need to raise our vibration. We need to look at that. We need to clear that. Why have a tendency to fall into addiction? You need to look at that. Okay. Because otherwise we'll just get clean just to go play and dirt again and get messed up. Right? And that's the point. So that is a strong disclaimer message that's coming through. Continue your path. Continue it. Don't get the clearing and cleansing and pay and call people and go to places and go to the Reiki centers and, you know what I'm saying, get psychic readings and the dang on crystals and, you know what I'm saying? That's great. It's a starting point. I started there. It's a starting point. But I started there. Now, in my case, I had a desire for inner change. And I was just like, the hell with tradition. We finna fix this shit. But I was also vulnerable to not realizing that, well, when you start doing this and you're feeling better, don't go back hanging around people that's not there. I mean, and when I say hanging around, I don't mean like, oh, you gotta live like a hermit. What I'm saying is that don't make the same kind of choices with those people, if that's better put. Okay, don't make the same kinds of choices. You should love all, right? Oh hell. What I do? The sister done messed up. On the telephone. Sorry. So, like, make different kinds of choices. In other words, like, create healthy boundaries. Love and honor yourself. And I'm just using these things as example. Stand up for yourself. Hell, to hell with the slavery jobs that's treating you like you're still in the slavery times. Like, you know what I'm saying? Just, you know what I'm saying? It's yeah. Because it's called honoring the self, the sacred self. Take what I'm saying with wisdom and balance, okay? Please do that. Okay. So yeah, you guys, let me read for the male principle. I don't think I read. Did I not read them first, or did I? I think theirs was kind of simple. It's probably why I didn't. But give me a second. Yeah. Yeah, I think that was why. Maybe I don't even have the book here. But let me put them back. So you guys are doing just splendidly, if that's a word. And I am so overwhelmingly excited and happy for all of us in this, because I feel and can sense such a shift happening, and we will continue to see these things manifested on a subtle and then more broad. But set your intention to be open and receptive and to see, you know, pay attention to signs and synchronicities, and create some kind of practice for yourself. I mean, everybody ain't got to be all extra deep, you know, and I tell people this all the time. Your soul knows what it's going to take, and it's giving you a pull and an inclination as to what you need. To hell with what somebody else is saying. I say this all the time, including me. Okay? Because it's based on where you're at in your journey right now, what you're ready for, and what your soul is saying. Okay, your soul may tell you, okay, you just need to start meditating 3 minutes in the morning. That may be how you start. Or you may be being pulled to certain videos on YouTube, or you may, when you're out and about, being pulled to something, and you know, just give yourself permission to follow that, okay, for yourself, period. You ain't got to be bloomy. You ain't got to be none of the other people you see on YouTube, because they've gone their journey and have to get where they've gotten, or what you see, okay? Your journey may look differently, and you may not be in that particular place, but you can still equally benefit, and it's equally valid. okay? And equally beautiful, and you will still, you know what I'm saying, reap good, you know? So it's just about continuing, all right? So I'm going to go ahead and shut this down. The healing session was done. And what I'll do now, I'm just going to spray with a different kind of oral spray now to seal this and close this session with you guys. And I think I'll just send, shall I send a little Reiki really quick or a little light language? I think I'm going to sit quietly for about 2 or 3 minutes and let you guys hear the mantra in the background. But as the mantra is going, I'm going to channel Reiki to you. And it's in accordance to what you need whenever you've clicked on and watched this video, okay? As it pertains to the reading, as it pertains to the Akashic clearing and healing we've done, as I mentioned before, okay? And how it's affecting you in this now and in the 3D. Whatever you need, only love, high vibrational energy, with the permission of your higher self and your light team. And may it just be a blessing. May you feel it instantly. May it bring comfort. May it bring strength to do your inner journey work, as well as a sense of lightness to feel free and clear and bold and courageous. Okay, no matter where you land in this reading or in the journey at this point. Okay, all right, so go ahead and get relaxed. Mm. Mm. And slowly disengaging from your energy. Breathe through. Bring your awareness back to your body. Start to wiggle your hands and toes. Okay. Okay. Take a few nice deep breaths and then breathe normally. Make sure to stay hydrated. Drink plenty of water. If you feel you need to rest, rest. Pay attention to your dreams. You'll get messages there. I recommend either doing an audio recording of it when you wake up, in the middle of the night, or jot it down. Don't worry about trying to figure it out. Just record whatever bits and pieces that you have. And then as you record it, sometimes later, you'll end up getting what it really meant or what it really stood for. So don't worry about that part initially. If anything comes up, my intention was that this bypasses the spiritual detox or healing crisis that happens with Reiki. But my intention was that it bypasses. So in other words, you're not as affected, even though it happens, so that you can still function normally. But if for whatever reason it does, in other words, emotions, you may feel raw, you may feel edgy or irritable after the piece. Like right now, you may feel peace, but maybe tomorrow or later on in the day, you may feel, like, gosh, why am I testy? Why? It's because everything is being stirred up. But as long as you don't attach to it or judge it, in other words, get mad at yourself about it or anyone else, just let it be valid for what it is. You're upset, you're irritable, you're whatever. Like, just sit through it, let it be, breathe with the intention of breathing through it and letting it pass. It'll alchemize. You don't even have to figure anything out. Okay. If it's crying, if it's anger, whatever, just let it come up, drink the water, rest, and just breathe through it. Release the story, that's attached to it. Release the story, the ancestral story. Just let it be. Okay. All right, my dear friends, I love you all. I hope you get a good night's or morning sleep. Depending on whenever you clicked onto this, it is timeless. And I certainly hope that you felt this immediately. You can play this as many times you want and just skip to the ending where the Reiki session starts if you want to do that. Just to keep that energy going. That'll help support you through what your process and where you're at so that you can make, moment for moment decisions from a clearer energetic space. Okay? All right. Until next time, I'm sending you guys love and light and hugs and kisses. And talk to you guys later. I bow to the divine in you and to the divine in me. We are one. Namaste.